Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live. How are you keeping? Um, we're back to the usual time, Friday, 8 o'clock. So hopefully people will start popping in. Um, if not, we'll just talk to ourselves, I suppose. I am on time, so it might take a while for guys to start coming in. But yeah, so there we go. So I hope you've had a good week, fantastic week. The weather has been absolutely unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen it like this in Ireland. Well, sorry, I take that back. Apparently, we have recorded the hottest week in the summer since 1995. So whatever that is, 20 odd years ago. Kenny Rebel, hello everyone. How are you, Kenny? How are you keeping? I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're staying over the weather and you're not getting sunburnt like everyone else in Ireland at the minute. I was just actually laughing to myself. I was uptown there earlier on and I was walking around and I don't know, is it an Irish thing? Or it could be an Irish and English thing, or it could be, shall we say, Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales thing. But the minute the sun comes out, people have to try and get out and get a suntan. And the amount of people going around absolutely blistered and sunburnt is ridiculous that's going around at the minute. But yeah, so there we go. So what have we been up to? Well, I've been working on a few projects over the last week. I've been working on the SAS Falklands impression. So hopefully that'll be getting finished off in the next, I suppose, month. Um, I've been trying to sell some stuff in my collection. Well, not sell it, but yeah, sell it, trade it, move it on, get rid of it. We do have a buy and sell page now on Facebook. If any of you want to go check it out, it's Era Military Collectibles Buy and Sell, and there is a private chat group there as well if anyone is interested in that. But you need to be friends with one of the Inner Sanctum to be put onto that chat group. Have you been enjoying the sun in the hammock in the garden? Yeah, it's been fantastic. I don't have a hammock in the garden, but I have been out doing, shall we say, housework and garden work around the place. Jim Timber, hello, how are you, Jim? And Steel Helmet Stan, good evening, my friends. Hello, how are you, Stan? Yeah, so it's been absolutely ridiculous the heat that's been out there the last few days, last few weeks. As I said, in Ireland we've recorded the highest temperatures in a summer since 1995. So long may it continue. Hopefully we don't get the summer too early. But yeah, so as I said, with the collection wise and what's the channel been up to? So I've been out doing some more documentaries, local documentaries. People have been asking me to do that again, so I've done that. And what else have I been doing? Well, we've been doing. I've been trying to track down some items and bits and bobs to try and finish off the SAS Falklands /off banner in the green roll collection and impression. I have possibly started a Malayan emergency and Borneo impression. I'm not sure yet. I just have to wait for that to come out. Really, 16 degrees C. I think the highest I got up to here was 27, 28 degrees. But it was in the paper today that it's been the highest recorded temperatures since 1995 here in Ireland. So yeah, so what's that? 95, 2005 would be 10. It's nearly 20 years ago now at this stage. More. Over 20 years ago. Whatever it is. About 26 years maybe. I'm very bad at maths. So yeah, so that's what the collection has been up to. 23 in Suffolk. That's still hot though. Bloody hell. Like, we're not built for this heat. But yeah, there will be as I said, we do have a buy and sell page now. It's Era Military Collectibles buy and sell page on Facebook. So if any of you want to join that, you're more than welcome. We do have a Facebook Inner Sanctum page as well. That stuff normally goes up on that first before it goes up on any other thing. If you want to advertise in that, you're more than welcome. My dad fought a Malayan emergency. He may even have started it. I do actually remember a post that I did, Jim, that I wrote about a Malayan emergency battle order belt that I had from the SAS. Um, and I do remember reading a post that you had a relation serving that. So yeah, um, yeah, but the collection has been collecting. I won't say it's stood still lately for the last month or two. It hasn't. There's been stuff happening in the background, checking out stuff. Jude Steins, hello, how are you? How are you keeping? Um, there's been stuff happening in the background, trying to sort some stuff and sort some stuff. And as I said, I'm trying to tin out the collection, a small bit of stuff that I'm not using. Um, I hope to make it at the end of this month, Jude, to the Irish Military Vehicles show above in Naas. Even if I don't be there as a participant, I will be there as a member of the public, and hopefully take some pictures and some videos and stuff. So I hope to see you there. I know it's on the end of this month sometime or other. I really need to start plugging it and advertising it for them. But hey Jude, no reference to the Beatles. Hey Jude, Jake Brown, hello, how are you, Jake? Um, yeah, so that's where you would, if any of you are in Ireland, you can catch me at the Naas Racecourse Military Show, the Irish Military Vehicles Club show, which is, I'm going to butcher this now, but I think it's 25th and 26th of this month. I should really look that up before I start telling people. I'm good, buddy. Yourself? I'm good, Jake. How are you keeping? Sorry, 24th and 25th. And it's the 24th and 25th of June. So, yeah. So, hopefully, I will be there and see you all there. And I'm just after noticing there is a Land Rover for sale. But, yeah. Yeah, so that's where I hope to be at the end of the month. As I said, the collection hasn't stopped. It's just literally been doing stuff in the background, trying to finish off impressions, trying to cull the collection a small bit, uh, trying to get rid of some stuff that I don't use, that I've done videos on that I don't need, doubles, triples, things like that. There's a show in Cavan County Museum in July. That would be interesting. I might actually go up to that one as well, because they have an absolute fantastic First World War trench up there in the Cavan Museum in July. I must look that one up as well. Nice, sorry, from Jake Brown. Nice chill Friday watching telly and drinking tea. It's a bit hot to be drinking tea. I'm actually on water, but each to their own. I answered that one from Jude. Kenny Rebel was at Temple at War a few weeks back recruiting 11th ACR era 1985. Have some great picks. Was reenacting the 11th ACR era 1985. Kenny Rebel. Oh, okay. Send them on to me, Kenny, at the on my messenger or on my email, and I'd love to see them. I know some of the groups that I am affiliated with is Jake Brown's group there, Jake Brown Collection. They do the Hampshire Regiment. The last show they were at was 2 weeks ago. Was their first one that they went out as a group, and they seem to get on fine. The other group that I'm affiliated with is the Combined Living History Forces group, and they are based in the north of Scotland and around Stirling and places like that. They have a very, very busy schedule. They're at it again. Some of them were at it last weekend, there's some of them at it again this weekend. They nearly have a show on every weekend. They're that good at what they do, that they're being looked after and people are looking for them. Living History UK lads will be at Odyssey and they will be at the Victory Show. They're at Aidencroft. They're at a few other shows. But yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. My group will be there. World War One, early and late war, French kit and American doughboy kit. Cool, Jude. I'll definitely go and see you. Will you be at Nace, Jude? If you are, I'll see you there as well. If not, sure, I'll see you at the Kevin show. We'll wait and see. So yeah, so that's the crack. It's been a hectic. Because my where I work in my real life, we get busy for the summer, so I literally haven't had a pot to. I've been running around constantly, day in and day out, and trying to get stuff done and trying to get stuff sorted. So I haven't had much of a chance to calm down, and it can tell in the quality of the videos and stuff like that as well. But I do hope. I did have a video lined up for last week, but because the live stream went out on the Sunday, I decided not to put it up because I didn't want to bombard people with living or era military collectible stuff. So I changed it to this weekend. So it'll be coming up tomorrow, and that is the 44 pattern water bottle. And then there is a surprise coming up on Saturday. I'll give you a hint, actually. I'll give you a hint of what is coming up on Saturday. If any of you can see that. Give you another one. So that is coming up on Sunday. And 44 pattern water bottles will be coming up on Saturday. That's the plan for this weekend. What was the buy and sell page you mentioned on Era? Military Collectibles buy and sell page. Kenny. Lipshore will be at Nace. Picked up some new to me tintage that we'll be using for the first time. Okay, cool. I'll see you at Nace, Jake. I'll see you at Nace. Who Dares Wins. Yes, it is a Who Dares Wins belt. And Jake is put. Jake, have we added you into the chat group? Actually, I'm not sure. Have we? Rhodesian SAS? No, it's not Rhodesian SAS. I don't actually have any Rhodesian SAS stuff. I have Australian SAS and I have British SAS stuff, but I don't have actually any Rhodesian stuff. I took off my Combat Casio for a while because it is sticky on my wrist. But yeah, so that's good. That's the plan for this weekend anyways. 44 water bottle and some SAS stuff, and then I hope to plan it this weekend. As I said, it's time. Not this weekend coming because obviously this weekend schedule is full. Following weekend, I hope to have like a local documentary up. You seem to enjoy that, and then I will have another item of Militaria on the Sunday. So yeah. There you go, Kenny. Yeah, posted the SAS stuff. I put it there. Oh, did you? Sure myself. I didn't even notice. Sorry. On the chat group. Did you post it on the chat group? I don't see it on the chat group. Era Military Collectibles buy and sell. Or did you just put it on the normal Facebook page? You put it on the Facebook page. Hang on a second now. Hang on a second, Jig, and I'll figure this out for you. Sorry, on the chat. Did you? How come it didn't come up on my feed? What is going on? Oh, you did. Sorry, you did. I thought you meant you put it up today. You put it up the other day. You plonker. What are you? What are you, Jake? You are a plonker. There we go. Right. Found it. Thanks, guys. No problem. You're more than welcome to join. So yeah. So as I said, I've been trying to sort out some stuff and trying to get some family life gets in the way of things. Work gets in the way of things. When am I getting back to England? Hopefully around August, September. I'm going to try and do a few Irish gigs to do a comparison and the difference between an Irish show and an English show. I don't want to be too critical neither of the difference, shall we say. I don't want to be too critical of, oh, this show in England is fantastic, you must go to it if you're into reenacting and stuff like that, because not everyone can do that. You do have some absolutely fantastic reenactors in Ireland, and you have absolute bags of twat. Jude, I'm sure you know some people that I'm talking about that are around the place in Irish reenacting that could do with a good slap around the head in relation to the way that they present themselves and what they think they can get away with. So yeah, so it's absolutely wrong in a lot of the sense of the words of what people think they can get away with. It shows in Ireland. Yeah, I suppose you get it in England too, but it seems to be less forgiving in England compared to here. Here they can get away with it, whereas in England somebody would pull you up there quick that you look like absolute dog poo poo. I'm just looking for something here on my shelf, on my drawer that I found the other day. This actually. I need to glue it again. But I found this company ages ago on, and I can't remember the name of it, but I meant to give them a plug because it's absolutely fantastic stuff. They do reenacting, or they do a lot of reenacting, reproductions and stuff. And it's a simple thing because I was actually looking for period dental toothpaste at the time, and it's World War II dental toothpaste. And it's just that extra little thing for your hold on, and you can use it. It's completely functional. It's minty, and it just gives that extra little touch in your hold on. I can't remember the name of the company, but I found it on eBay, and I found it here the other day when I was actually putting stuff in for my hold on because I'm actually trying to make a not banner one or a Falklands one, and I got my toothbrush for it and stuff, and I have like one little drawer with all my wash stuff that and small kit items. So I found it and I was like, oh yeah, I must talk about that and try and find them again, but I haven't been able to. I know they're on Facebook somewhere, but or not on Facebook, on eBay. There are other auction sites there out there, guys. Don't think that there is just eBay. But yeah, there we go. I checked. I found it. Are they dressed up as Germans in Ireland? In Ireland, you will come across the main reenacting. You actually have American Civil War guys. You have the Leinster guys that do Napoleonic. They do First World War. They do a lot of War of Independence. That's about it. That's where they stop. They do French Napoleonic stuff as well. A few of them do it, I think. You will come across an awful lot of Germans, World War II, and you will come across an awful lot of American 101st. You will come across British World War One. You will come across Polish World War Two, because we do have a big Polish community here in Ireland. But you will be very, very surprised. You will not see many, if any, at a show of World War Two British. You will definitely not see any Op Banner, Cold War, anything like that. You may see a few American Vietnam guys, but yeah. So that's about where it stops. Um, I'm one of the people you were talking about in my defence. I mainly collect stuff that goes bang, kicking out is secondary to that. Yeah, but I mean, I've seen your First World War stuff, and I've seen you do your First World War impression years ago, and it was bang on then. So I presume you've just improved on it. So what are they doing wrong? What are they doing wrong? Where do I start? You see it in England as well. You see it here. You'll see German guys and their officers. First of all, they will have the Eastern Medal. They will have tank destroyer medals. They'll have Iron Crosses. They'll have bronze wound badge, silver wound badge. They'll have assault badges. They'll have battle shields. They'll have absolutely, their chest will look like a decoration for a Christmas tree in Harrods selling shiny stuff at Christmas week. That's one thing that you will see. Is not just doing the research. You will see other guys then with I've seen it once or twice where you've seen guys doing portraying First World War or supposedly First World War, and they will have British battle dress on, 37 pattern battle dress, with putties, and the correct webbing, or they might have the correct uniform and World War II webbing, 37 pattern webbing. The Americans, the usual stereotypical stuff. They all had aviators. They all smoked cigars. They were all in the 101st Airborne. They were all in easy company of the 101st Airborne. Then to other things of simple little things like, and I look, it's I suppose it's been pedantic, but if you're going to portray something, or if you're going to do something, at least do it right. Is research. Obviously, read books, look at books and things like that, and know what you. But you've guys then with full-grown beards being 101st Airborne in World War Two. You've guys with long hair being SS in World War Two. That's another common one you will see here in Ireland. For some reason, they can get away with it here. Is you will see an awful lot of guys doing SS in Ireland, and people don't really seem to bother the fact that there's that special emblem flying around the place. Although I don't know since the war in Ukraine, because but I get you with the German setup. My mannequins have only 2 or 3 swords on the awards on the tunics. Yeah, that's a main one. You see that in you see that in England as well, though. You see that guys would literally have one chest, but they have every single battle honor that was ever given to them. Given out to them by the German army. I'm sure they even, some guys, like, I wouldn't be 100% correct on all the medals, but I'm sure you'll see guys with like guys who were Wehrmacht in the army with Luftwaffe badges and Luftwaffe wings and all this type of stuff. So yeah, it can be a bloody mess. For Kenneth, 4 Cromwell men died in a car accident. 2 are in the actual crash, and two more in the reenactment. A Wickard oil dysfunction. Evening all. Hello, how are you? That's some name. Steeler West End saw a repo a tunic with insignia on it for sale in an antique shop today, £255. Antique replica stuff can be almost as expensive as the original stuff because, first of all, good replica stuff is hard to get, and second of all, if a guy puts in the research and has, like when you think of, okay, we'll say SOF because they're just on the top of my head and they're nearby and I can think of them, right? There are other providers of reenactment equipment there, but we'll say if you were, for whatever reason, you were getting a tunic off of SOF, right? Tunic alone is going to cost you about 50 to 100 euros or 100 sterling. 1 second, I just double check. We work this out in my head. Like a Denison smock in the SOF is going to cost you £100 straight off the bat. So 1 second now. Right, so 1937 denim battle dress tunic, £70. So we'll say £70. We'll take £70, right? £70. So that's 70. Put say if you got reproduction patches, say that's another between sergeant stripes are probably 10 or each, or corporate stripes probably 10 or each if you have it badged up. So we'll say add another £30. So you're got over £100. Or you're not, you're 70, 80, 90, 100. You're at £100 there now. Ribbons, another 110, 100 and whatever, 110. Then there's your time and effort of stitching them on. So I say that takes you an hour, or if you bring it to tailors, it takes them an hour. Average tailor trade rate, trades pay, you're talking maybe £20-30 an hour. So you were up on the £150 now at this stage. Change the buttons to put on correct buttons. Tailor the collar. Yeah, you could you're just have a tunic alone. You're talking £150-160 patched, ready to go. So yeah, so it can be, and there are other providers like What Price Glory Central Europe. They're known as the Premier League of the battle dresses, British battle dresses in Europe. You're talking, I think their tunic starting price is around €100, £100, or is it €100? I don't know what they charge, but yeah, so it does get costly. What do you make of the people of colour getting involved in groups that would have segregated at the time? What are your thoughts on that? I don't really have any because I haven't really thought about it before. But I presume, see, it's a tricky one. If you're going to be the letter of the law, you're going to be historically correct. And if you want to be historically correct, then yes, they weren't there. But you do see girls reenacting in Napoleonics. They just tie their hair up and hide it in under their shackles and stuff like that. And there weren't women in the army of that time. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. I wouldn't stop a guy from doing it. I just let him, like, yeah. I suppose the thing is you can do it, but you just have to be historically correct about it and go, look. Well, he would have been segregated, or he wouldn't have been, because that's history in itself. That history needs to be taught. That history needs to be shown that this happened. You can't just be like the right wing or the left wing and pick up the carpet and brush all the history underneath it and forget about it, because it needs to be taught about. You need to right or wrong, history needs to be taught across the board for everyone. Otherwise, these things happen again and it repeats itself. So, yeah. Jake Brown, you're talking all in repo without weapon, about 400 euro or 400 pounds. Just for your uniform alone, I'd be, yeah, you wouldn't be far off it. Say boots are going to cost you 100, putties are going to cost you 50, it's 150. We'll say your jacket and pants, say if you go for the cheap option, they're already tailored. It's just 350. Webbing is another 150. So what did I say? So it's 450. Helmet 50 quid. So that's 500. 500 just for your appearance. If you want to buy it. Service cap, you're talking another 40, 50. So 550. 550. Contents of your small pack, you could be talking rain cape alone is going to cost you 100 quid. Say another 150, so we're on 650 now at this stage. Rifle, anything up to 900 euro or 900 sterling. It is an expensive hobby to get into at the start, but price keeps going and going and going. For bog standard repo, for bog standard repo, you're talking about 400 quid. Just I suppose if they were coloured, if the coloured guy or girl was big into history, they portray a coloured unit. Yeah, like that's the thing is like not that they can't portray a white unit. It would be historically incorrect, but their coloured units. How many? I know about the Harlem Hellfighters in the First World War. I know about Tuskegee Airmen. That's about it. Ask me about any other black regiment or any black unit. First or Second World War, and I think they were still segregated in Korea. Ask me anything about them, I have no idea, none whatsoever. So there's an aspect of history that people might want to look up and reenact. I know in America, there is a big following of the black regiments in the Civil War. They do have big reenactors there. But American Civil War reenacting in America is huge. They actually have weekend battles that they reenact all year round by reenactors, which is crazy altogether. Still Hammerstein, same, I suppose, as a person of colour being in the German army, although there were Indians in the SS as were in other ethnic groups. I've seen photos of Africans in the Wehrmacht uniform. Yeah, there was the Germans did have African units, especially in the First World War, fighting in Africa, East Africa, along with the British. Had colonial units fighting in East Africa in the First World War. The famous one in the Second World War is you had the Moroccans, French Moroccans, French Algerians. You had coloured troops in that. I suppose the thing about it too was the Germans looked down on not Germans in general, not the Germans in general, shall we say, the party that was in power looked down on them and other religious groups as being lesser beings, I suppose, for want of a better word, lesser people. There was a great movie about the Red Tails, Very Brave Pilots. Yes, so I think it's actually free on the Tube. If any of you want to go check it, Tuskegee Airmen, it's called. I'm underwater tonight, guys. I can't actually hydrate. I've been so dehydrated the last few days, it's been ridiculous. Sorry, getting back to it. Yeah, you have them. We have the Tuskegee Airmen. There's the Harlem Hellfighters during the First War that were actually assigned to the French, believe it or not, because the Americans didn't want to put them into combat at the time. And I need to get my blue light out again because I just noticed that there's one or two moths around the place. So I need to deal with them as we go. Right, guys, so it is 25 to 9. If any of you have any more questions, queries, or anything else you want to talk about, please bring up the topic and we will do it. Actually, I have one for you. Because a friend of mine asked me. Well, he didn't ask me. He sort of suggested it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, that's actually a bad idea." I'm going to try and do a series, whereas I'm going to talk to individuals and record them and put them up on what got them in the hobby and why they like the hobby, be it collecting or be it reenacting. Just as an interview, basically. Not even an interview, just a casual chat like we're having here, except there will be another person on there. So my mush will be there, and there'll be somebody else's mush over here. And we'll just be asking each other questions and talking in general about why we're into collecting and what we do. So if any of you like that idea, give me a thumbs up. People have been asking me to get in contact with veterans, to talk to veterans, and ask them what they think about reenacting and collecting and stuff like that. I do know of at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 veterans off the top of my head that are involved in reenacting. Kenny, Andrew, Royal, Ian, Trevor. I'm sure I know more that I just haven't thought about. But yeah, they're involved in collecting and reenacting. So I might chat to them as well about what got them into the hobby from being in the real thing like me, and then going on into this subject, shall we say. So that's another one. I just see Jake there has given me a thumbs up, and Stan has given me 2 thumbs up. So yeah, so we were doing videos like that. Other videos to look up for us, we're going to be doing local Irish history. People have been begging me and pleading me for those ones, so we will be doing them. Obviously, we will be doing reviews on pieces from the collection and pieces of kit from the collection. The next big reveal, which will probably be in about a month now at this stage, fingers crossed, everything going well, is we will have the next impression loadout or reveal will be the Falklands of Banner Green Roll SAS. Awful lot of research has gone into it, an awful lot of kind words from veterans and guys that I know have put me in touch with SAS guys, mainly from the Falklands, but they have served in our banner, on what they used and how they wore it and why they wore it and things like that. So it's one individual's account. There's a slight change with it, but not. I'll bring it up when I do it. But it's literally what he had when he was in the Falklands. And he said he used a lot of the stuff as well when he was in Northern Ireland, when he was on the Green Road. But there's some interesting little things that he taught me that he did with his equipment that I hopefully will have in this video. So that's coming up within the next month. So stay tuned for that one. With that dam being blown up in Ukraine and the press calling it a war crime, reference was made to the RAF in World War II. I'm sure I read that after the Dam Busters raid, World War II blowing the dam was made on. Illegal act in war after the World War II operation. See, the problem is with the dam being blown up in Ukraine, without getting into politics, is who bloody did it. Can't see the Ukrainians doing it. Can't see the Ukrainians have doing it, so therefore it only leaves one other crowd. The problem is that other crowd holds a seat on the Security Council of the United Nations, a permanent seat on the Security Council or Security Table of the United Nations. Shouldn't, but does. Has perpetrated, possibly, okay, I need to be politically correct about this, has possibly committed war crimes in previous conflicts such as Chechnya and these places, and was never brought to task over it. So I don't really know how you can do it. And there is a saying in the military, it ain't a war crime the first time. So that's your damn busters thing. After they probably went, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Nakosaki. They were used twice and they went, oh, bloody hell. That's not good. So that's going on. So don't do that. Yeah, it ain't a war crime the first time, pretty much. I Explorer is a great YouTube channel, and his dad was in the SS. Oh, I must look up him. I Explorer. What's going on here? Kept going. Live. Quiet. No, it's not been a quiet live. We've been tipping away. We've been chatting away. Breakfast, Danny. Danny's on holidays in Yorkshire with the family at the minute. So he's been off the radar for a bit, but that's understandable. Family time is many time, as they say, or something like that. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Getting back to the release, shall we say, of this SAS Falklands impression. It's kindly Danny has been giving me a lot of the information because Danny is obviously from being from Hereford, he is the man to talk to because he has contacts with members of the Initials, and he's been kindly giving me information and finding out information of what they did and what this guy looked like and what he carried when he was in the Falklands, SAS wise, and hopefully within the next month that equipment will be revealed. As I said, he has done information that you couldn't have got without talking to a veteran. No about operations or anything like that in relation to the actual equipment, what he had, how he wore it. You'll see his webbing alone is very, very interesting and it's very, very different. And only for what he was why he got a wet. Oh, Jim, you're going to have to send that to me on WhatsApp or something because I can't check it out here on this thing because once I log out, that chat goes away and won't come back till tomorrow. So yeah, so send me it on WhatsApp or something like that, and I can check on it then. Oh, pardon me. So yeah, so that's it. So we're running up on a quarter to 9, 9:45 or 8:45 for those of you, 20:45 for those of you on the military clock. As always, the last 15 minutes is dedicated to you, the viewer. So if you have any questions, queries, or any things you would like to bring up, please bring them up and we will talk about them. And if not, then bugger off. No, I'm only messing. Then we'll just get sorted otherwise. So as I said, the videos for this weekend, stay tuned. You will have the 44 pattern water bottle coming up tomorrow. And Sunday, you will have an SAS item that will be coming up on the chat or on the channel. And then for the following week, as I said, there will be like a local documentary, local history video type thing. And after that, then there is what did I say for Sunday? There's for the following week. There's like another piece of historical item from the collection that we will be talking about. So there you go. And the chat column has gotten very quiet again. Jake and all them must have falling asleep. Jim and Stan are probably neck deep in DDRT. I know Andrew's on holidays. Danny's on holiday. So yeah. So it's been quiet. I hope you've all been wearing your suntan oil and stuff like that. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to bring. Yeah. So as I said, I'm clearing the collection, not clearing it completely. I'm tinning it down and I'm just moving stuff on and getting rid of stuff that I've done videos on. So if you want, if you see anything, or if you want to look at anything, or if you see anything coming up that I've done a video on that may be up for sale, is go check out the Era Military Collectibles buy and sell page. You may see items up on that you have seen on previous videos that you would be interested in and get. I got an original M40 helmet. Well, hey, Stan, I know, fair play to you. I'm currently playing on my PC, Jake, and I want to know what you're doing with your PC. But I know that's been like your unicorn item, Stan, and I'm fantastic and so happy you got it. Fair play to you. I know you've been saving for a bit to get one, but congratulations. Onward and upwards onto the next unicorn now, seeing as you got the M40. Jim Tibber, I am as sober as a judge. Don't you mean as drunk as the Lord? Yes, my leave. So I'm actually thrilled now, Stanfield. I'm actually. Oh, come here. Did I get him? Well, he's gone down there in a ring of fire. I'm actually thrilled for you. I'm actually delighted for you because I know you've been after one for a while. Fair play to you. I do have my little finish one. That's an M40 helm shell, but I know they were. It's not an original World War II one, but it is an original shell, if you get me, that was given to the finisher. That was made on the original presses by the finish. I have an original. See, I have like my little World War II shelf. I have a British Brodie with the 3 holes on it, so it was like second, third line defense rather than front line defense. But it is original, so I have that. I have my Bulgarian helmet that Stan kindly gave me, gifted me. That's up there. Did I ever do a video on that? I can't remember. Need to do a video on that. I don't think I've ever done a video on that. I have my Pacific Marines helmet, because if any of you don't know, I do collect a small bit of Pacific Theatre World War II stuff. I have my original M1. I have my Finnish M40. I have my British Para helmet. So it's like my little World War II display there. And then on the top shelf, then I have my original M1 Vietnam helmet, and I have my APH5 helmet that I bloody need to finish and track down parts for. And then down here, then I have just Mark 7, kindly given to me by Stan as well, and 6, and my own 6A. So there we go. Oh, I have a 6. No, it wasn't a 7 Stan gave me. It was a 6A Stan gave me. I don't have a 7, actually, to tell the truth. I don't have a 7. Thing is that it just melted into the collection like it's always been there. Oh, Stan, you need to have it on like a pedestal. You need to get another then, Stan. Yes, you do, because you can't remember where you put back your last M40, so you need to get another one. So you need to get like I can't remember the British or the American, German variants of helmets. It was an M39. It was an M40. I think there was 2. There was one that was rolled edges, and there was one that didn't have rolled edges, just raw edges. A bit like the British Brodie. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many variants there were in the American or the German stuff during the First World War or Second World War. Jesus Christ. Your M40 looks M435, M40, and M42. Have you a video of it up, Stan? Did I miss a video? What have I been doing on there? Why isn't my notification thingy ringing? Stan, have you a video of your helmet up already? No. 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 Still helmet, Stan. Last video was RAS. Hang on. 12 days ago, RAF service and release book. I've watched that one. Umarex MP40, I've seen that one. Mirror, I have seen that one. Deactivated K98, seen that one. I've seen all your bloody DVDs then. Let's put up new ones. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I have a load of messages and notifications on it that never pinged or ponged or whatever you want to call it. Need to get that sorted. Para was 38 and the one was Pepper Potholes was the M34, I think. Haven't done it yet. I am holding off videos for another week or so. Okay. Stan sent me an email with photos. Okay. Okay. I get you. Right, guys. So it's 10 to 9. We've been on for just about an hour. I want to log off a bit early, just for the crack, just for the sake of it. We've had a fantastic conversation tonight, as always. You're more than welcome to give me an email if you want. My email is always at the top of the video descriptions. If you would like to get in contact with me, that's where to get in contact with me. If you're friends with me or if you know me, you always know how to get in contact with me anyway. I'm always here to chat if you've had a down day or a bad day. So it's more than welcome, lads, to give me a chat. And see you all later. Danny, I hope you're having a good time on holidays wherever you are. Jake, stop playing with your PC. It'll make you go blind. Stan, keep drinking your DDRT. Jim, have a good time in Poland. Naraja. And I'll see you all. No, is it Naraja? It is Naraja. I think it's Naraja. I'll see you. Cześć, witam, Naraja. No, cześć, witam is hello, how are you? And Naraja is later, if I remember. But question: is Jake allowed to purchase and consume hot dogs in public? No, he is not. He is not allowed to do that, especially when he's wearing his ABBA costume. He's not allowed. Leave a like on the way out. Yes, please do. Leave a like on the way out, guys, and enjoy yourselves and have a good night. And enjoy yourselves, and everyone have a safe weekend. And Jake is definitely not allowed to eat hot dogs in public. Or do what you just said there, Jake. I'm not even going to mention that. Have a good weekend, guys, and enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you all next week. Same time, 8 o'clock, Friday night.